This question is from the topic gradients and equations of straight line, which you covered in Form 2. So you are required to find where these two lines intersect. So you can pause your video and go through the questions. Then after this, I'll show you how to go about it. In this question, we are told we have L1. L1, the gradient is equals to 1. And it passes through the point 3, 0. Now we know the equation of linear equation is of the form mx plus c. This is one way. So you can substitute your y is 0 is equals to, the gradient is 1, so it is 1 multiplied by 3, which will give you 3 because x is 3 here. Then we have plus c. This implies that c is equals to minus 3. So we can have our equation is y is equals, the gradient is 1. So we have x, that is will give us x. Let's correct that. So you have y is equals to x minus 3. That is the equation of that line. And since we have where the line passes, it means that we can be able to get that, or we can get another point. And then we have line 2. Line 2, we are told the gradient is equals to 2 over 3. And we have it passes through the point 4 and 4. Now with this, we can still use the same and say this is equals to, that is y is 4. Is equals to, the gradient is 2 over 3, so it means it is 2 over 3 you multiply by 4 and we add c. We are still using this equation. So this means that our c is equal, if we multiply this, is 8 over 3, so you take it to the other side, it will be 4 minus 8 over 3, which when you subtract, you should be able to get that to give you 4 over 3. So it means our equation y is equals to the gradient, which is 2 over 3 of x, and this will be plus 4 over 3. So we now have the equations, and we need to find where the two lines intersect. Now, because we have the grid here and you don't know exactly where the two lines cross each other, and you may plot your x and y axis and you find that the two lines meet beyond the point that you have on your Cartesian plane. Maybe you can use a clue that you try to find out theoretically where do the two lines meet, so that you can have an idea of where to the scale that you are supposed to use. So you can say this is so you know where the two lines meet, the value of x and the value of y are equal, so you can say x minus 3 should be equals to the x of this is 2 over 3x plus 4 over 3. So you take this to the other side, it becomes negative, so that will give you a third x. And once you get this, goes to the other side, then you get it is equals to, it will be plus 3, and this is 1 and that. So when you add 3 plus and 4 over 3, it will be, you'll be able to get this will be 4, this will be 4 and a third. So that means, so you multiply, this will be implying that a third x is equals to, this is 12, 13 over 3. Multiply both sides by 3, x, you bet it is 13. And you can substitute your 13 here. 13, y is equals to 13 minus 3, it means y is equals to 10. So you have an idea of where the two lines meet, and then you can now use the grid. You know where to start. You can see the two lines meet beyond at that point, that is 13, 10. So let's go ahead and plot this graph. So we can now draw our Cartesian plane. So let's start from this is our starting point, so that is 0. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, this is 12, 13, 14, 15. So that is our x-axis. The y-axis, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is our y-axis. Can have the negative side, -1, -2, -3, -4. The other one, it can have -1. So the first one is it passes through 3, 0. So 3, 0 is this point here, and it casts the y-axis at -3. So that's where we have our line. So we can now draw this line and say it passes through those 2 points. And since we have an idea of where the 2 lines cut each other, then we can be able to, we are comfortable with that. The other line, so this is the line, we can say this is the line y is equals to x minus 3. Then we have the other line, it is passes through 4.44, and it cuts the y-axis at 4 and a third. But for us to be comfortable, why don't we look for another point? So we can say, what about when x is 1? So we say x is equals to 1. We substitute here, this will be y is equals to 2 over that times 1. That is 2 thirds. 2 thirds, this is 1 and a third. That will give us 2 thirds plus 1 and a third. That will give us 2. So y is equals to 2. That is a bit comfortable. So there, this line passes through the point 1 and 2. So let's take 1 and 2. That's a better. And then we join the 2 points and extend and see where the 2 lines meet. So that is where the 2 lines meet. And I think that's a question. The 2 lines, you can see, just like we had worked theoretically, the 2 lines meet at 13 and 10. So that is how you work out that question. Okay, you must be clever, so that because if you, for example, if we had not tried to predict where the 2 lines meet here, then it would, then you have drawn your Cartesian plane maybe up to 10. You see it, you have given you problems. So in mathematics, it is good to be to have a foresight of what you expect the result, and that will guide you in working out such questions.